Look, all I'm saying, man, is maybe this whole pirates and navy thing just doesn't make sense. You know, what if we were all just friends? You know what I mean? And the universe is love, if you think about it. You know, because what else matters at the end of the day? Gillian, are you having a panic attack? Breathe, man. He'll be all right. He's new to this whole thing. But yeah, anyway, I was saying, yeah, the world is love. Hey, is the boat shaking around? Oh shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Just Roll With It. My name is
Grizzly, and I'm the DM
Oh my
from
God!
Hell.
What
And
the
today, we're going to have a great
What you do to
session.
Felipe, man? Get back! Give him back, man!
Welcome back to Riptide.
Hello, Mr.
Oh.
Satan, sir. My name is Bisley. I played Chip one time in the 4th grade.
You don't have to tell him, man. You don't have to tell him, man.
Release your demons.
One time in the 4th grade, I pushed somebody down the stairs a little bit, and they fell just a little bit, but they didn't fall all
Dude.
the way. They have lasting damage.
You know, that's fucked up. Hey, my name's Condi. Big fan, Satan. I play Jay Farron. Fun fact about her, she does trust the one dentist out of 10 that doesn't recommend Colgate. Takes a lot of courage to go against the grain like that.
Wait, so what is she stanky?
No, she uses just mint leaves.
She just like eats them or like that's
Yeah, she just
awesome,
eats
man.
them. Yeah, she doesn't brush her
the,
teeth.
The 1 out of 10 doctor is just this guy that lives in the woods that's fucking crazy. Just like eating bark off trees. It's like, don't do toothpaste, you gotta eat bark. What's up, guys? My name is Charlie Slimesicle. And speaking of releasing my demons, I thought of a little fun fact about myself. Was that for the longest time, probably until the end of elementary school, releasing my demons was my go-to self-defense / escape mechanism. So that when I was in a situation as a child, I remember this now, it kind of flashed back to me. I remember being in class and like in 2nd grade, my teacher had asked me a question in math and I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking about like Pokemon or something. And I like fully pissed myself and then I like, stood up and I was like, teacher, I have to go to the bathroom. I mean, call my mom.
Is this real? Is this
No,
a
this
real
is
thing you're
This
saying
is
right
real.
now?
Well, I was thinking about telling you guys the garage door story, but I felt like I already did that. So instead, I tried to go back further, and then I remembered.
Story.
I
don't know
don't think
the
I've ever
garage door
heard that
story?
one before.
You did not have to go to the piss yourself story.
And I play Gillian Tidestrider, champion of the undersea, hero of the deep, egg hater, and bong obliterator.
Let's go.
That's why you're so
Love
good
to
at
hear
playing
it.
a moist character, bro.
It's because I have experience.
Okay. Where we last left off. Chip, you spent time with Ollie on your way back to his home, including the high-stakes game of tag with the other 2 captains. You also, in an attempt to aid Gillian, got super faded with him and some of your crew. Jay, you were contacted telepathically by Kira, who was asking to take some time off her duties to come talk to you, to which you responded with rejection. You also read the news of how Raft is painting the Allport battle you just left, accompanied by everyone's new bounties. And Gillian, though you managed to finally complete your Sentinel training, you also had the worst nightmare of your life. An unexpected terror from an expected side effect of your fight with Vice Admiral Kubakinsa. And now, the 3 of you, captains of the Riptide Pirates, are in the midst of a sudden encounter with an electric megalodon that just consumed Ollie, Alphonse, and you watch Jay jump into the mall after them. And so, the journey continues as
She's
everybody...
gone, Chip. We have to move on.
Everybody rolls initiative!
Oh
Okay.
man, I can't find a new crew, man.
I rolled a natural 1, so
Awesome! What's the total?
4.
For Chip, it'll just be straight roll.
Wait. Oh. Okay. Then
Oh.
it would be a 10.
I rolled a 0.
Yeah, that.
So I hope everyone has a fun time in the episode today.
Oh my god, these are the lowest, like, back-to-back initiative rolls I've ever seen from you guys. Holy
Wait,
shit.
Jay with the 4? That's very uncharacteristic of you,
I got a 1. I got a natural 1, man.
Bro, I got a
Oh my
3.
I mean,
God.
considering I like literally just took initiative and jumped into the gaping maw of a giant shark eating our little boy that we keep
I
on
don't
the
feel
ship.
like you want to go last in this situation.
Yeah, I
man.
mean, you know, it's one of those things. we work with what we got.
So first up in the combat order here is gonna be the Electric Dawn. Chip and Gillian, you guys are
Let's hope he's the spitter.
on the, I believe it's the, I'm not even gonna try. You're on the helm side of the deck. You're like right next to the wheel. I was gonna say like the fore of the aft castle.
Yeah,
I don't know
whatever.
which fucking one it is. Anyways, you're on the back of the ship, and both of you, while you were talking to each other, and Jay jumped off into this creature's maw just as its teeth slammed down onto the back of your ship, and then you start to feel the hair on your arms and on your head stand as
Oh.
this sort of humming and buzzing begins to circulate the area, and you hear, and you guys would probably slowly turn your heads as everything is in slow motion for your, being high, and you see its dorsal fin, this sort of like jagged, pointed arrow of a fin starts to whir and then get encompassed by all this cackling electric energy, and then it strikes a point right in between both of you standing on the back of your helm. So both of you roll dexterity saving throws.
Don't worry, Chip, I got this. Can I hold up my sword like a lightning rod so it's done? No, hang on.
No, it's okay. I got a 25.
Yeah, it's okay. I got a 13.
Okay, so in that case,
Dude, how many times are you gonna fucking strike me with lightning and kill me, dude? This is like, it's like God hates me.
at this point, you should fucking be like resistant.
I was actually thinking that this morning because I was like, I feel like we're gonna open this episode and Gillian is gonna get struck again by lightning. Why are you rolling 12d8 on D&D Beat?
Bro, don't look at the dice. Don't look at the dice.
Okay, Charlie, you gotta sign out of Just Roll that account and then sign it to yourself.
Okay, because you can imagine my fear when I saw 12d8 start rolling on the Felipe character sheet.
Gillian, you take 48 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, don't worry, man. I saw.
Chip, you take half that. 24
I-
points of lightning damage.
So
What the
with
shit?
evasion, I take none.
No, you know what I do? I say, don't worry, Chip, I'll protect you. And I do pull out my sword and hold it to the sky without realizing that it functions like a lightning rod. And I am immediately immolated from above.
I just watch, like blankly staring, and go, "Whoa, fish sticks."
Oh, he's got the munchies.
Like the teeth are almost like dagger size, bigger than half your torso. It's just sunk into the back of your ship and holding on. That's going to be the end of its turn for now. Next up, Chip.
Gil, you got any ideas?
What, man?
Feel like we gotta like kill it.
Dude, I don't think weed's for me.
Well, this isn't weed. This is just.
This is
I
a lot,
think.
man. I think, maybe try, Jay don't know what to do.
Hey Jay, what do we do? Oh man.
I mean, when in doubt, I guess follow her plan. So maybe it's got like a weak point inside.
Dude. I got an idea.
Yeah, man.
What if we just hit it like a bunch? Like many times.
Yeah, man. Treat that shit like the bong. Let's pass it around and hit it like there's no tomorrow.
Bet.
All right, you got this. You got
pull
this,
out
bro.
I pull out my swords and I start running the opposite way.
Wait. No, not the bong. The shark. Shit,
And then I'm
no.
Oh yeah, and I turn around. I walk like 5 feet that way. Can I reach the Electrodon from
Yes,
here?
you can. Yes, you can. Yes,
Yes.
you're almost like right next to its snout. You guys are so close to it.
Can I get some kind of height if possible? Jump off of anything I can, come down and try and stab both of my swords into its head and face area.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea of the scale of this Electric Dawn compared to you, its fins could flatten your entire body, and its mouth can fit your entire ship in it as it continues to eat through it. So it is giant. It's huge. It is a titan of a monster.
I'm imagining this like God of War.
You run up the sort of the mast at the back of the ship here, right next to the helm, and you're gonna jump off of it onto the shark with your movement and go for an attack. Roll it.
Yeah, baby. Okay, first one is 12.
Oh.
12 does not hit.
Nice, man. You got it.
Second one is 19.
19 hits.
Let's motherfucking So
All right.
that's gonna do spiggly bop 6, and I get my
Spiggly-bop.
sneaky. That's 27 plus 2d6 of hot damage, and that's 32 total. I jump on it and I fucking plunge it in, and the other one just kind of like dinks off, I guess.
Okay. 31 damage total.
Yes, and I would also like
No.
to look it in the eyes. Are they kind?
Oh,
God damn it, here we go again.
fuck off.
No.
No.
You jump off and you try to sink both blades into it using momentum of gravity, and both of the blades at first don't pierce quite deep enough to do any damage. So you take your arm back and you reel it back and you just stab it into it, and you look into its eyes. They're big, they're black, beady, and soulless, and you start to realize that there is this electric current that is wrapping around the entire hide of this monster,
Oh,
and it's sort of just...
God.
And both of you are going to take 10 lightning damage.
Wait, both of who?
You both.
What did I do, man?
It's almost like this aura of electricity, of lightning is just constantly surrounding it and bleeding into the waters that it is touching.
You know, I'm actually starting to think that being inside it was like the best idea
I'm starting to
here.
think you might have had a point, bro.
Okay.
What's it gonna do? Zap me from the inside?
I hope it does. I hope that comes right back around for you. Okay, so the eyes are beady and soulless.
There is no kindness in this.
I look at it for a moment. I stare deeply into those eyes and I go, yo. And then I take the swords out. And I'd like to get away.
You can probably get off of its head, but you can't get far enough away to where you're not going to get affected by that aura of electricity. If that makes sense.
Ooh, okay.
So you can basically leave its melee range, but not get away to where you're completely safe.
Okay, then I'll just stay here.
Good to know. All right, next up, Jay.
What's going on with me?
As soon as you watched Arlie and Alphonse tumble over the railing and fall right into the gullet of this creature, you leap after them, and once the mouth closes around the back of the ship, everything around you goes dark, and you can feel like this slimy, wet, almost textured surface below you as you slide down its throat and into its stomach. You feel yourself plop onto the sizzling, burning liquid that goes up past your navel.
Actually, arguably, this is worse than the electricity. I forgot how things work. I neutralize the stomach acid with a basic.
No, dude. You trust the 1 out of 10 doctors. You set yourself up to fail.
You're right.
No.
So at the moment, you can feel this liquid that you're sitting in burning your skin, and it's so thick and sloshy that it takes half your movement just to move as fast as you would otherwise. And because you are blinded and essentially partly restrained, you can feel how dangerous it is in here, but you also don't see anyone else, but you hear Ollie go, "Help! Help! Hello? Shit!
Ollie?
Miss J? Miss
Ollie, I'm
J?
here. Do you know where
Where are
Alphonse
you?
is?
I'm sitting on him!"
Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna follow the voice and try to get to him. Can I reach him?
By following the voice, he goes, "This way! This way, Miss J!" You're able to get where they are, and you can feel he's resting on the shoulders of Alphonse, who says,
Captain, there is a electrical surge inside of its stomach area.
Awesome.
We should keep Ollie out of it.
Okay, Ollie, stay on top of Alphonse, okay?
"Okay."
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Can I, as like a free action, light a torch and give it to him?
I say easy enough if you have a way to light it and a torch. And as soon as you do, the area sort of ignites, but only like half your normal vision because of how just pitch black it is in here. It's basically darkness. But it illuminates this area, and you can see around you that like bubbling, almost like reddish or brick-colored liquid that is just sizzling simultaneously like acid, but also with this electric current.
Okay, this is gonna suck. Okay, hold on tight, Ollie. And I'm gonna cast Levitate on Alphonse.
Oh, neat. Cool. How far does that raise him up?
It would raise them up to 20 feet. So out of the stomach acid, at least.
There's not a weight limit for levitate?
Oh, there is actually. 1 second. 500.
Okay, easy enough.
Yeah.
No, Ollie actually weighs 500 pounds and he can't get up.
Oh shit!
No, but
It's a dry spell.
so they both lift up out of the acid, and you can see it with this torch lighting the way. And Alphonse says,
Thank you, Captain. It appears I have a vulnerability to electric currents.
Yeah, you know that adds, and I have a vulnerability to fucking melting. Ah!
If there's any way we can help, just let me know.
Yeah. I'll do that. That's my turn now.
Bro, I'm gonna hold out my hands to this big old shark. If I casted Vortex Warp on this shark, which would teleport him, would the people inside him teleport too?
with your knowledge of teleportation magic, they are inside the creature, they're gonna go with him.
All right, in that case, I am going to, how much weed do we have left?
We bought a lot of weed.
You have all the weed that was in that store. You've probably only gone through like a fourth of it. You have quite a bit.
Fourth of it? Damn,
God
damn,
damn,
we
you're
were
crazy.
smoking.
I know
I
there
am
was
going
multiple people
to-
smoking. There was Earl, there was Dre, there was.
Can I get to the weed
Earl
and back?
Chiefin.
Can I get to the weed and back?
You can get to the weed and then halfway back.
Are you gonna get it high?
I get to the weed, and I get halfway back, and I hold the bong in one hand, and you see as a magical energy starts to course through the bong as I cast Enlarge to double our weed.
Yeah.
And I want a twin spell Enlarge to try and also reduce the shark to reduce its tolerance. It needs to make a con save, or shrink, basically. And I'm gonna also activate the Luxbris Pearl Shard, so it needs to make a strength save as well when I do this.
He actually rolled a 16 for his con.
Fuck, that's my save. Oh, man. Oh, dude, I was so psyched at my work. Okay, the bong grows. The bong grows.
Okay.
I've got a bonus action, which is all I need because I cast Misty Step and fucking throw it into his mouth, I guess. So I'm gonna Misty Step right up to his mouth, and if I can, just shove that shit in there.
Okay. So you miss the step right in front of him. He's still biting on to the back of the ship here. The Electrodon takes a legendary action, opens his mouth.
I thought you were gonna say a legendary rip.
It's about to take the most legendary rip of all because it's going to both eat you. Chip, you're still on top of him, so it's going for you and the big bong.
Yeah. So what I say is I cast Enlarge, and I say Bing. And then I say bang as I teleport in front of him, and then I say bong. And then I die. Because this is gonna hurt.
20 unnatural to hit.
Yeah, I've got 8 AC.
Okay.
You still don't have armor.
I don't have any armor. I'm in my
That's true,
I'm in my
that's true,
pajamas.
that's
I'm
true.
in my fish pajamas.
So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Oh, he also has to do strength Oh, wait. Yeah, he had to do a strength save first or get knocked back.
15 for the strength save.
That fails. Cool. Okay. He takes 7 cold damage and is knocked 10 feet back and prone.
Uh-oh.
However that
I don't know if this is gonna be very good for us.
So he gets knocked, I guess, backwards 10 feet and rotates 90 degrees. oh God.
Okay.
If he's eating the ship and half of it's in his mouth, does it go with him?
So here's everything that happens. You Misty Step up. It opens its mouth.
Yes.
So it lets go of the ship, even though most of that area is now completely crumbled and
God.
just destroyed as it is chomping up. And then it goes to eat you in the bung. It succeeds, and then this blast of magical energy knocks it 10 feet back from the ship and turns it around, proning it.
That's how hard the hit was. Yeah. Green blast of smoke from its mouth.
It hit the bunk so fucking hard. Right before you get swallowed, you hear la 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 la.
Queen,
la,
are you
la.
in here with us?
And then the mouth shuts and you hear it get cut off. But you are going to get a D4 of basically like bardic inspiration.
Oh, that's very sweet of him. I thought he was just doing a cool bit before I died.
There's like muffled screaming from outside of it, but you start to. Oh, did you make your strength save?
What was it for?
Whether or not you get swallowed this turn.
Oh, okay, let me see. I got a 22.
Oh my god, you succeed? You were able to like latch on either with stabbing your sword on its tongue or whatever, and you don't get swallowed down into its stomach and its
I want
throat.
to hold its jaws open.
You do, however, feel on your shoulder,
Yeah.
and then you see these giant, like dilated pupils on Pretzel, who is so gone.
Pretzel, I'm sorry I took you out of the tank, Pretzel. I want to like take Pretzel and like tuck her in somewhere. I
Good
guess
idea.
tuck her into my fucking shirt like a kangaroo, so that she doesn't have to look at this. It's okay, Pretzel. I trust Jay. It's definitely safer on the inside. Don't worry.
She lets out like a cha did, but like in Frogtopus language.
What did you say?
All right, Jay, as you are inside of the creature's stomach at the start of its turn, you take 29 points of acid damage.
Fuck!
Yeah. If that ain't just the way it is. Hey, we need to kill this guy fast.
Yeah, man. You said it. Jay, everything going okay in there? You want to shout down into the shark?
It echoes,
My legs are melting!
but it's very, very far. So you can just barely, with your observation, hear him. But if you yell back, Gillian can hear you. Okay, so Chip, as you're on top of the Electrodon, you're gonna watch it sort of stumble. It has to make a save for eating weed, right? Let me just.
It just ate it. It's not
It
like
rolled a natural 20, bro. This thing cooks.
you'd have to burn the weed inside him.
I feel like eating weed is...
That doesn't do anything.
Is it really?
What?
No.
In that case, it rolled a natural 20 to bite the
What is
shit.
it? Wait, how do edibles work?
Edibles, you have to cook it into like butter, and the cannabinoids bind to the fats.
Oh.
Well, okay, yeah. With that weed fact, thank you, Bisley. Thank you, Florida man. It's gonna natural 20. Eat your shit.
I can help with the weed rules if that ever comes up, guys. They call me the weed rules lawyer.
This is gonna do double damage to structures.
We're gonna need a new.
We're gonna need a new crew. We're gonna need a new set of protagonists, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying honestly.
Did you guys have any heirs or children? That you
Yeah,
could
that's
pass
what I'm
the
wondering.
story
Like, do we have
on to?
any relatives to like kind of continue our legacy?
How many
Okay.
holes does this thing have?
I mean, it has gills, eyes, it has nostrils.
Hey,
It has gills?
Not many holes.
not yet. It doesn't.
Yeah, it is gills. They're on the side. Or actually, I think they're on the bottom, aren't they?
Actually, since we're still at the top of the round, I'm gonna make things more interesting and actively sabotage myself. Do I need to roll concentration for levitate?
Do you want to die?
I do want to die. You know, maybe I'm just feeling a little death-like. 21, we're good.
Okay, so your ship takes 57 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Okay.
It's now sitting
All right.
about just a little bit over half health. Your ship,
Okay.
and you see this ship while you're on top of it, and it bites into the ship again. You hear Dre stumble out of the the area where you guys were getting high, and he looks around, flips, and sees you on top of the big shark, which is just cascading over the ship, and he goes, "Fuck, Jib, I'm gonna check on Finn. You got that? You got it covered?"
God, is that you? Oh, man. I feel like we got a lot to talk about.
All right, I got
First
it
of
back.
all, I'm sorry.
It's now Chip's turn. However, at the end of its turn, that aura is still, cackling and whatnot. So you do know that if you stay within, it looks like a wide range, at least 30 feet within this shark, you're going to take that 10 points of lightning damage.
So I take 10 points of lightning damage right now?
If you're going to stay next to it, yeah.
I mean, if I'm up here, I think Chip would just continuously just keep fucking stabbing it like a crazed maniac.
Okay, roll to hit.
Maybe I'll like walk over to the eye. I'll look at him. Sorry, man. Okay. First one.
You stab it in the eye.
First one is a 26. Second one
That
is a 12. Again, what the fuck?
That one unfortunately misses.
What is going on? It takes 30 damage, and then I just keep stabbing it. And I'm like, hey, Gil, how about we... Oh, man.
Okay, you stab into it. You stab into like right below the eye, and you just keep trying to stab into it. As you do, it uses its reaction. You feel that sort of surge of lightning. It actually crawls up your sword, the metal of it, the steel, and then shocks your hand, and then you feel it shock your feet as you're standing on its hide, which is also covered in that lightning. So you're gonna take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
You feel your whole body go. You just shock. It's like you're standing on an electric eel.
Zoinks.
It is looking like it has some scratches from you stabbing it.
I'm so glad me
Scratches.
plunging my
Scratches,
sword into this creature several times has left a couple of scratches.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
The creature that is larger than your ship, your sword that is as big as your arm, yes, it is leaving some scratches. Good scratches, though. They're deep. It's bleeding.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like, I can see like a little bit of the area, right? Because
Yes.
there's a floating.
Yeah, you can
Um,
also move,
like, so
albeit
it's-
slowly.
Is there anything floating on top of the stomach acid? Like, you know, like wood from the ship, you know, anything.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, but with disadvantage.
God hates me. 9.
You understand that immediately, that because of the lack of anything in this creature's stomach, it digests fast. Shockingly fast.
Yeah, man, we get it, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
But there does seem to be a glimmer of reflecting light that's reflecting this torch a bit of ways. You're not sure if you can reach it, and you're not sure if it's a wall or what without getting closer. But it is at least something.
There is zero harm in me walking towards this right now, surely. So I'm going to wade through this thick ass stomach acid and try to get closer to see.
Okay, yeah, you begin to, and the levitate doesn't follow you, right? It just kind of stays where it is?
No, it just stays there, yeah.
Okay, so you just slosh your way through as it's sort of burning your pants and your skin, and you come up to it, and it's this slimy sort of like, almost like rib textured wall that is just beating and then surging with energy.
Is it something I can stand on?
No, it seems to be like a membrane or an edge.
Well, anyways, on that note, Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna shoot it. Surely it is vulnerable from the inside, and it's soft, esophagus / stomach. You know.
You wish. Go ahead.
Why not?
You see it. You're right next to it. You can see it. You can roll to hit it without any disadvantage.
Dirty 20 and 24.
Both hit.
Oh, that's a good roll. 53 from the inside.
Hey, why is Jay doing as much damage as the shark?
Well, I could do that too if I hit my second attack.
Yeah,
and
I
you
just-
roll a
I
12.
just hit both my
I can
attacks,
for sure do
man.
that also. Yeah, totally.
You get as close as you can to the wall. You basically press the gun up to it. I know this breaks the rules of D&D, but you press the gun up to it, and you go. We're gonna end up on the front page of Reddit. You shoot it twice. And as you do, you hear this like deep, this low groan that vibrates through the entire interior of the shark, and Gillian, you feel it too. And you begin to feel its tongue rattle, and everything inside of it sort of shakes and quivers. And then this slosh of acid, like a tidal wave, you feel its current take you over as it pushes everybody who's inside of it right now. It basically pushes it out of its mouth and ship.
Great.
You are struggling to hold on to the shark as it opens up its mouth. And you would also see that they get regurgitated out of it in this sort of like gross, like I said, that brick red liquid with like slight electricity surging through it. And all of you fall prone within 10 feet of it into the ocean. But because it wasn't on the ship anymore, because it disconnected, you all get like basically dispersed into the ocean. And as that happens, it's going to use its legendary action on this round, and everybody once again feels that hum, and the dorsal fin not choosing a point, but basically all the water around it explodes in the shockwave of electric energy of lightning.
Oh my god. Fuck. Oh.
Why are we on the sea when things such as these exist? Let me back on land.
Can
I'm
we do a
fine.
land campaign? I'm done.
You guys are prone to just make dexterity saving throws, but you don't. Prone doesn't affect that.
Am I close enough to Gillian for the +4?
Yeah, I'd say so. You're gonna need it.
16.
I also got a 16.
Both of you fail.
This is gonna hurt. Grizzly, tell me, is Ollie safe? Are they still levitating? Is he safe?
They're not in the water right now, which means they don't have to make the save.
Ooh, okay, well that's
Bless.
good.
Actually, okay. Before I roll this, Chip, will you also make your dexterity saving throw?
Sure. I got an 11.
So everybody takes 43 points of lightning damage.
Fuck! What the fuck?
I'm gonna
All right,
fucking
Gillian
die,
is
dude.
like he is actually starting to look like fried fish.
Can I also uncanny dodge this DM?
It includes spells and stuff like that, so you can have the damage again. But I think
Bet.
that's only once a turn, once a round or something.
So I'm going to use my reaction to, instead of taking 44, I'm going to take 11 now.
This sort of burst does affect both Ollie and Alphonse, but not nearly as much. It just sort of pushed them closer to the ship that is now. All of you can see, because you're all outside, is if the ship was split into thirds, a third of it has been like eaten. And it is sort of like just like rocking into it. It feels like, without immediate action, something is going to happen. You also see Queen is still singing from the top of the crow's nest for everybody, and Griffin is still rolling around in a panda ball. You don't see Earl. Chip knows that Dre is checking on Finn, and etc.
I don't like to do this to little critters like you. Little cute little skunklies like you, but you give me no choice. And I'm going to get up from prone in the water, so I do a cool little underwater dance routine and get upright. And I'm gonna swim up to him. I'm gonna pull out Destiny's Blade, and I am going to quicken spell Glacial Blade and use Prophetic Screw Up on this. So you see as Destiny's Blade starts to light up with this frosty energy and become coated in it as the water even around Gillian starts to freeze, and he swings upwards towards the center of this thing. And I'm just gonna roll a d20 and see if this is the end of the campaign. I got a 7.
Oh no!
Oh, good to hear. Good to
Can I
hear.
use Bardic Inspiration on this? I don't know.
This is not an ability check. As soon as you go to use the magic and cast this spell, Prophetic Screw Up, it almost like melts and covers you. It covers you with grease instead.
Okay.
It like turns to slush and then just like coats you in it.
Oh, it's like being wet, but in a bad way. Oh no.
Everything around you, I mean, you're in the water, but it technically becomes.
Oh god, it's just like what we talked about at the beginning of the podcast. I fucking
Wait.
piss myself, dude. Ah!
You have to make a dex save, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, for what?
For grease!
I grace myself.
Oh,
Wait, how can you-
no.
How can you
It
trip
doesn't
over
matter,
grease?
bro. Just do it. Just do
No,
it.
dude, I just had the dice land cock. I see an 18, but told me a 5. Oh, motherfucker, is this
no.
what it's like?
Okay.
I got a 7.
You fall prone in the water. It covers your eyes.
The good news is that the shark needs to make a strength save because the Luxpress Pearl activates.
Okay. You rolled a natural 20, man.
You rolled a natural 20?
Yeah, I'll just screenshot it if you want.
It takes 4 cold damage, but nothing else happens. With my action, I am about to do something so clutch. I touch myself
Dude.
and I get no.
Oh, really, Gillian? Now?
No, it's a paladin thing. Come on, Jay. And I use 30 points of lay on hands on myself, and then I activate my helping hands, which lets me use any feature I use on myself on another creature. Who's looking rougher, Chip or Jay right now?
Jay's, like, her legs are
Okay.
melted off. You know, she's fucking frizzy.
Oh, Jay.
Oh, her hair's
Jay's
all
looking
frizzy.
Yeah, I touch myself and my wounds kind of slowly close under all this grease, locking some inside forever. And then I kind of whip that energy outwards towards Jay in this sort of coil of this glowing like water. and she also regains 30 HP.
Ooh.
I don't think I can stand up from prone because I already used my movement to do that once. So I start spinning around in a circle. It's like those videos that like Dawn puts out where the duck has been covered in like from the oil spill, and you just see Gillian's covered in this fucking oil.
no.
It's like swimming around. It's I can't breathe.
I'm just realizing that you spent this turn, you got up, and then you fell right back over, dude. Like,
I got up. I literally got up, greased myself, and fell over. That is what I did. I have had the worst plays.
So if I'm correct, Jay and Gillian are right next to each other.
yeah, we're pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we're within like 10 feet.
That's actually a bad idea. That's a bad idea, actually. Maybe we're far, far apart.
It's going to use its last legendary actions. It's going to try and bite you, Chip,
How?
by knocking its nose up,
That is incredible dexterity.
knocking its nose up, sending you flying, and then you falling into its mouth.
Gillian pauses the game.
It's gonna what?
Yeah, can we like quick load from our last, you know?
Gillian pauses the game and goes to Best Buy and buys an action replay. And puts it in the game.
Okay.
The 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Make a make a strength saving throw.
That's 15.
All right, Chip, you're going to take 17 piercing damage and then feel yourself. That's the sound of you getting swallowed as everything goes black. You look down, you see your feet as you're falling into its mouth, and you see that hole at the back of its throat. And it's almost like you're falling into a hole in the sea.
Oh, trauma.
Oh my god, trauma, no way. Okay, bet.
You weren't supposed to be the animal. No!
You guys see Griffin whistling and trying to steer a broken ship. Dude is so high.
Oh God, no! Fuck! Why'd we do that? Oh!
Ollie yells out, "Hey!" as they're like floating towards the back of the ship, and he's gonna push off while on Alphonse to redirect themselves towards you guys in the water. And he says, "How can we help? Grab onto my hand, or Alphonse." I'll let you guys decide who's gonna take his hand first.
Rotate, you do it. You do it. I'm
No,
good.
no,
I'm
Gillian,
fine.
you do it. You
no,
do it.
Man,
You're
I'm fine.
No, you need to get up there, Gillian.
Which one? Which one do I
Grab
grab?
Gillian!
Aye, aye, Captain. He grabs you, and if you're willing, he's gonna toss you back onto the ship.
If you grab me, it means you respect me less.
If you're not willing, you can fight against it.
I will.
But if you are willing, he will toss you onto the ship.
Okay, here's my thought. I think I'd be willing for him to grab me because this will be helpful. But I am covered in grease and oil.
Oh,
Does
no.
this make a difference?
Oh no! I mean, you are prone.
I'm prone and I'm covered in. I mean, like I am the source of the oil spill. I'm about to make another Black Sea. Ollie, get away!
No, I don't think it's gonna affect him. He's gonna grab. Actually, I'll roll for it.
This will get me out of the grease though, which is great.
Okay, easy enough. He's gonna pull you out of it by under your armpits, toss you behind his head, and send you onto the back of the ship. You're gonna land right next to Griffin, who, like in a Disney old cartoon, is tapping his foot, swaying left and right, and just whistling like it's the monochrome cartoons from back in the day.
I land next to him with a wet thud. It's just like oil splatters across the deck.
You're still prone at the moment, but yeah, you're out of the electric water.
Griffin.
Yeah.
What's that over there? And I sort of limply point at the giant fucking shark.
He looks behind him.
Must be hallucinating.
And Griffin,
It's a good trip, isn't it? It's been a while.
what's the one thing you really wanted to do?
I mean, yeah, if it was real, I'd kill it. That's for sure. But it's not.
Griffin, am I also a hallucination? Did you just see Ollie pick me up and cover me? I'm covered in oil, all right, and I'm fried, and I smell tasty as hell, and I'm lying on the deck in front of you. Am I real, Griffin?
Chill, man.
No, man. No, dude. I'm fucking paranoid, man.
Who is real? That's a good question. We should ask that to ourselves more often.
Okay, no. What I'm trying to say, Griffin, is you are you're a monster slayer. Yes, that's your thing. Slaying monsters. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe I should direct that to the monster inside me. You're right, dude.
No, man. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, shit. It's hitting again. Oh, fuck. I'm just standing there. Killian's eyes go wide.
You can roll persuasion.
Yeah, I'm going to roll persuasion.
This is an ability check, right?
This is an ability check. Yeah, it would be. I get an 8 + 8, 16. I am going to use something I've literally never used before that I always forget that I have. When I make an ability check that fails, I can spend a sorcery point to re-roll the d20. I must use the new roll. So, to spend a sorcery point, re-roll the d20. That's a 5. 5 + 8. So I'm going to use the d4 as well. That's a 1. Okay. So I got a 6. I just got a worse fucking roll. So I rolled a 16, and then it went down to a 14. Man, what is going on? Oh shit. Okay, so the 16 was before the second impact of the bong hit, and the 14 was after it did. I immediately became less persuasive, and now I don't think the shark is real.
Excellent. All right. He does kind of eye you a little bit, like he's thinking about inspecting this, but then he shrugs it off and he starts thinking introspectively.
Hey guys, just chiming in at the mid-roll. I wanted to make sure that everybody knows we've tweeted about it, we've posted it on our community page on YouTube and all that nonsense, and on Patreon. So you might have seen it, but if you haven't and you're listening to this episode now, we are changing to a bi-weekly schedule. This is likely just temporary, but going into the new year, a lot of us are really busy with our own things, and it's getting increasingly hard to sit down and actually get recorded, and things keep getting in the way, so we want to make sure that we're consistent rather than, missing episodes here and there. So the way it'll work is that 1 week we'll upload Riptide on Saturday, and the next week we'll be uploading Prime Defenders on the Patreon. So if you're not a patron, and you still want weekly content from us, then consider. Again, this will likely just be a temporary change while we're working on getting a backlog that'll make sure that we can get through the year without missing uploads, and make sure that we're all comfortable and not pushing ourselves to do more than we're really capable of at the moment. So again, thank you guys for watching the show, and I hope you don't mind this. It does feel bad to cut back on uploads, but we're doing what we kind of have to right now. Anyways, on to the sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or your computer. Sometimes when I'm shopping online, I scour the internet looking for those coupon codes, trying to get a deal if I can. That shit's tough. But when I do find some, it feels great, because that's more money I can spend on things that I don't need. And that's where Honey comes in. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Just recently, I was shopping for some clothing because I realized, I need a little bit more in my wardrobe. And Honey came in clutch and saved me $15 on 2 shirts. I never really expect to save money on these kinds of things, but it was a welcome surprise. And not to mention, it was incredibly easy to use. All you had to do is click on the Apply Coupons button on the Honey pop-up, and boom, you're done. And get this, Honey doesn't just work on desktop anymore, it will also work on your iPhone. So now I can shop mobilely and get a good deal. So if you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting Just Roll With It. So get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/JRWI. That's joinhoney.com/JRWI. Thank you again, Honey, for sponsoring this episode, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of it, and hopefully I don't die.
Everybody outside of the Electrodon, so anybody but Chip, you begin to feel what you're now noticing as, over time, steadily, the temperature dropping.
No.
And these thick gray clouds gathering in the sky.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Hey, Griffin. What's that?
That is Ragnarok.
Jay, the area around the Electrodon, the area you're in, not only is it still surging with electricity, but the water begins to get ice cold, as if it's frosting and freezing over. As this storm, almost like a blizzard, a lightning blizzard, begins to gather.
I need to remember something right now. I'm still attuned to the Necklace of Farron, but did I give it to somebody?
I don't think I looked at your Shichisenko and saw that you weren't attuned, and I think I strictly remember you saying, we're gonna wear it still, but not actually be attuned to it.
Oh no, I forgot the revolver's attunable.
That's why I was like, this is bad.
Fuck my life.
So, as the heavy
Yikes.
snowfall, the area begins to get lightly obscured, and I need everybody, except for Chip, to roll a Constitution saving throw.
He's got to believe it's real after this, right? He's got to believe. Griffin gets a +4.
Yeah, hey, I'm frozen.
Yeah, but Jay doesn't.
Call me fucking Marshall John the way I'm about to be iced, bro.
Oh, bro. I got a fucking 12, my guy.
Okay, so each of you take 2 points of basically cold damage, and Jay, you take 1 point of exhaustion.
That's really bad, actually, in this specific situation.
And now it's the
That's what, disadvantage on ability checks?
Electrodon's turn.
Didn't it just eat my ass?
That was a legendary action.
Motherfucking!
Yeah.
Despite it being so large, with this now heavy fall and storm gathering around just this area of your ship, it almost it almost seems like fogged over, and it becomes a sort of shadow and this mist.
Oh my god.
Oh
But you
my
can still see that bright electrical lightning energy gathering around its giant jagged dorsal fin. And Jay, you have to make a dexterity saving throw,
God, please.
as do Ollie and
Fuck my
Alphonse.
life. 14.
Jay, you're not in my aura, but I want you to know that I believe in you. And sometimes that's just as powerful.
Actually, you know what? I'm just realizing I have disadvantage on it, so I gotta roll another one, just in case. Oh, wow, that would have been a great roll to have the first time.
That would have been a great roll to have, wouldn't it?
14 is my final answer.
Ollie rolled a 20 total.
Nice.
Nice, good job, Ollie.
Alphonse rolled a 9. Jay and Alphonse take 55 lightning damage.
Oh my god.
Jay's down.
As you feel yourself begin to frost over and slow, already struggling to stay afloat in the water that is cackling and freezing, you feel that hum and the static begin to rise through your body and your spine, and then you feel this get zapped next to both of you, and then you hear this sort of like surge of gears and electrical whirring within Alphonse, and you hear Ollie scream next to you as well, but everything for you goes dark. Gillian, because of the heavy snowfall and where they are compared to you,
Oh no.
you can't quite tell
Oh fuck.
how both of them are
We
doing.
can probably just hear a
But
scream.
you do see this strike burst through the storm and hit right where they were. Next up is Chip.
Okay, so I'm in the stomach.
It's pitch black.
It's pitch black, but I have my swords, so I'm hot mode. I'm hot mode. If I'm using my bonus action to keep my swords alit, I'm looking around inside the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
How big is the stomach?
Further than your light reaches, for sure.
Motherfucking.
Yeah. But if you're looking around, would you like to roll a perception check?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you looking for anything specifically? With this light, because it cuts through any kind of magical darkness or whatever, you can see quite a bit than you would with a normal torch.
I probably wouldn't be looking for anything specific, but any objects, like things.
Got it.
It did like a fucking break dance on the natural 20. It sat on the natural 20. It did like a whole circle around, and then it landed on a 4. That's a 7 total.
You're understandably a bit shooken up and panicked, so you're sort of looking around, not paying too much attention, especially because this liquid is at, your rib cage now. It's almost been kind of like refilled and flooded with that regurgitation that you saw earlier. But you do get a glimpse as you're waving your swords around, something in the distance, reflective, almost kind of like glass, large, but you're not sure what it is.
I'll move towards it.
Okay. You have 40
Wade.
foot of movement, right?
30.
30. So in this area, because of the heavy, difficult terrain, you're only gonna get move as half as fast as you would, but you're able to get closer and see the almost roundish vase-like shape. Is the enlargement spell concentration?
It is. How many should I roll?
Just roll 2 con checks.
Okay. First con check is a 20.
Okay.
The second con check is a fucking natural
Damn it.
1.
Okay, so with a natural 1, Chip, you do see an object reflective like glass, but it's much smaller.
And I can't get to it, correct?
You can get close enough to where you're like, that's definitely an object
Okay.
made of glass.
I would like to use my action here. How many things can I drop with an action?
Dropping things?
Just take out of my inventory. Just grab my shit and... I'm dumping the arrows, the ball bearings, the candles, the clothes, crowbar, 2 daggers, 2 grappling hooks, unfortunately, a hammer, holy symbol, holy water flask, lantern,
Holy water, what's going on in that bag?
cuffs or manacles, mirror. I am dropping an oil flask. I'm dropping.
Can you roll to see if the shark has IBS?
I'm dropping Ollie's black book. I'm dropping a.
Oh, fuck!
Oh no.
I'm dropping a python, rations, short bow, a small knife, a wooden stake, thieves' tools, tinderbox, torch, and water skin.
There's a and they all hit the liquid and you can hear the sizzling, the same sort of acidic liquid that is
I would
burning the bottom torso of
If
like the
I
bottom half
can.
of your.
I would like to grab the book and save that.
Okay, just roll sleight of hand.
You literally can't fail that.
25.
Okay, you tuck it into the pouch of your coat.
So I have dropped pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want. Wait, it's dropping into liquid.
Yeah.
It's acid.
I'm in liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. That's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
What was the plan? Wait, what was the plan?
Plan!
I was gonna get all of my stuff together and set it on fire.
Fucking hell, man! You just dumped all of your shit into a vat of acid.
I mean, acid up to my fucking waist? How am I not boiling away and dead?
I was just at the end of your turn. I was gonna tell you how much damage you've taken. I was just waiting to see what you
Damn it,
did.
I don't want to do that shit.
Bro, no, man, you did that shit, dude.
But I misunderstood. Whatever.
Oh man.
Whatever,
That's
fine.
rough.
Ship just like randomly drops everything in his inventory and does nothing and then dies, whatever.
You're baked as hell, to be fair.
It's actually facts.
First of all, go ahead and take that 25 points of acid damage. Just to add insult to injury.
No, I did uncanny dodge?
I don't think you can uncanny dodge. This is not an attack.
But after you dump everything out into the acid, you actually go to hit it all with, like, ignite it with your sword. You hit the liquid, and there's this almost like mini explosion of fire that just like right in front of your face. So go ahead and just make a dex save with disadvantage 'cause you're right next to it.
It actually fucking works?
Holy shit, let's go.
Still 13.
We'll take what we can get.
You're gonna take 10 points of fire damage as it hits and like burns your face, but it does, as soon as you get your swords of fire close to the acid, it does sort of react in a way that creates this mini explosion within the vicinity right in front of you.
It exploded everything? Was all of my stuff exploded?
All of your stuff is dissolving. When you went to, like, what I was...
It's dissolving into this stomach?
Yeah, but what I said was...
Dude, do you know what I dropped? I dropped the love potion.
Wait, no,
Wait, but it's
you don't
surely it's
understand.
ingesting it.
That means he's ingesting it.
He's
Grizzly.
ingesting it.
Yeah!
He's digesting the love potion.
Okay, what's the save? What's the save?
Fuck, bro.
Oh,
What's the save?
Come on.
It doesn't say there's a save. It just says next time you see a creature.
There is a save, I just don't know.
Dude, but it's definitely ingesting
Yeah,
this.
surely, right?
There's no way it's not.
Within 10 minutes after drinking this, you become charmed.
We just need to last 10 minutes, guys.
Surely.
I'm
It's not
trying
like
I'm trying to ascertain if it is charmed by you.
I don't think it'd be charmed by me. It doesn't see me.
It'd be charmed by whoever sees
It would be
us.
the first person it sees. The first person it sees.
Oh, it's the first thing it sees.
Who is that?
Julian.
Tell me it's Ollie.
What happens when an Electrodon is charmed by a creature not of its species?
Tell me it's Ollie and he gets
it
to ride
loves
it
it.
into the sunset.
It's going to be one person that it cannot attack. That is what it's going to do. That's what the spell is, yeah.
What a lame way to use this thing I've been saving up for so fucking long.
I don't know what you mean. This is an incredible way to use this. That was such an emotional roller coaster of you dumping all your stuff, exploding it, and then saying, holy shit, wait, the love potion was in there.
I totally forgot it was in there.
Jay, just roll a death save.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh god, wait, if it does that fucking electro mode while you're in there.
18.
Woo!
18, so that's 1 success.
I've never heard you say Jay roll a death save, and I don't like it.
My heart dropped. I was so scared I was gonna get a natural 1.
Dude, I have felt that.
It's gonna use its legendary action. It's gonna go for a bite on the ship again. I think it's gonna go for both you and Griffin, Gillian.
Okay.
The bite can only affect one target, but he has 2 bites, but his mouth is super big. Jay is in the water, and because she went down, Alphonse and Ollie are in the water as well. And so I'm trying to think logically they would get, sucked in to the maw as he...
How far away from the ship are we?
You guys, pretty far. I mean, you're within 10 feet of the Electrodon, who is now about to be within 5 feet. So you guys would be like at the base of the ship, but like 10 or so feet away from it. First one, that definitely hits you.
Who?
Gillian. It's gonna.
Okay.
It bites you first, but it bites you and the ship together.
Okay.
24
To hit?
20. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it hits. I got 8 AC.
Okay, just make that strength saving throw again.
Okay. Is it also going for Griffin, or is it just me?
It is gonna go for Griffin afterwards.
Maybe Griffin will start taking it seriously if he gets
I got a 24 on the strength save.
Okay, so you don't get swallowed. You are on the mouth. Come towards Griffin.
Greased up, rolling around
If
in
it's,
there.
and
Definitely
since it
hits.
attacked Griffin, it's gonna proc Sentinel, because that's
Yeah.
within 5 feet of me.
Yeah.
Griffin was right next to me, so I'm gonna get an attack real quick on it. I just have disadvantage because I'm prone. 2 natural ones? What the fuck is happening?
That's fucked,
Jesus Christ!
God
Okay,
literally
so-
said today, we're not.
Oh my
we're gonna
god!
die.
From the bite, you take 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
This is about to get bad.
Yeah, man.
Griffin also
It's already bad.
takes damage.
Can't believe our paladin doesn't have armor.
Listen, man, I fought half of the big battles in this campaign in pajamas.
Yeah, it's really funny.
That's insane.
It's true.
Okay, it doesn't actually bite Griffin. I forgot we're on a legendary action. So
Oh.
that happens for you, Gillian. Griffin is still chilling. Next up is going to be your turn, though, Gillian.
Griffin, it's real! It's real, Griffin! It's a fucking monster and it's swallowing me, Griffin, please! You need to believe!
No way.
You need to believe, Griffin! I don't know why it didn't go for you, Griffin, but this is your thing, you hunt monsters, so please! Hunt this monster! Ah! And I get fucking pulled back into its mouth. Okay, I'm gonna use, half my movement to stand up, and I'm going to go for a Quicken Spell Glacial Blade again.
Okay.
On this thing.
Yeah, you're right on its tongue.
I'm just hitting the tongue, doing some dentistry.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, brace yourself.
Hasn't taken damage in a minute, huh?
I got a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Oh, thank fucking God. Guys, I just hit it for the first time. Let's go.
Hey man, I'm proud of you. I'm dead.
Everyone is going to die, so I'm going to smite it at 4th level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points down the drain. It is going to take 41 damage and has to make a strength saving throw as the Luxpress Pearl explodes outwards into this blast of water.
28 on the strength save.
Absolutely fucking passes.
How much damage did it take?
41 damage from that.
Cool.
And then I'm going to take my 2 attacks. First one is a 2 plus 9 to hit. It's not going to do it. I'm going to use Favored by the Gods to add 2d4 to this. I don't know what its AC is, but I'm going to try. Add 6, so 17 to hit total on that.
17 does hit.
Okay, I'm going to smite at 4th level. So that is going to be 43 more damage. I'm going to go for my second attack. That is a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, I'm going to smite at 4th level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
it's
there.
there.
I'm almost,
It's there.
almost fully out of shit. Yeah, no, we're there. We're there. That is going to do another 38 damage.
Please, Grizzly. Say it's over. Say it's dead.
Dude, I
and I've
literally
used my-
am lighting fires in his fucking stomach too.
I've
Come on
used
now.
my action. I've used my bonus action Can I use the rest of my movement to get out of its fucking mouth and get by Griffin again?
Before that, as you stab into it, what is it, 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times? Its mouth opens and it just coughs up the liquid and mixed with its own blood, and it uses its reaction every time you strike into it you see these like lightning bolts arc out of its wounds and
hang on,
strike
bro.
you
No,
at
no,
the
no,
same
no, no,
time.
no.
You're gonna take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay! Gillian is fried, baby.
Now you can use your movement.
All right, I'm gonna use my movement to get out of its. Wait a second. If I'm out of its mouth, is its electric aura gonna hit me? I look out of its mouth. Do I see electricity all around it still? Is that still a thing that's happening?
Yes. When you end your turn.
Okay, I look out of its mouth. I get back inside of its mouth, so that is not a thing. And I will end my turn in there, inside of its mouth, because I guess this is better than imminently dying. And I guess I'm gonna hold on for dear life and hope it doesn't swallow.
Okay.
Did it cough up maybe Chip when it coughed up? I don't know. Anyway, hey, I just want to say, I don't know where Jay is, I don't know where Chip is, but Griffin, it's been an honor, man. Real bad trip, huh? And my last words are, don't do drugs, kids. And then I get fucking killed. Okay, your turn, Mr. Sharko. Don't worry, Chip, I'm coming.
Jay, you're unconscious. You're automatically gonna fail the con save because of the cold.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
So you'll have a second point of exhaustion.
Word.
And Ollie can,
Does she fail a death save if she takes damage from it?
if you take any damage when you have 0 hit points, you suffer a death saving throw failure.
Okay.
If the damage is from a critical hit, you suffer 2 failures instead.
Okay.
So
Gosh golly.
you do take cold damage without the necklace.
Gosh golly.
It doesn't matter how much you take, you just fail a death save. Who else is outside? Griffin
I'm nice
He,
and warm.
fails. He's gonna take a point of exhaustion, though he already had one, so now his speed is halved.
Does the damage against him trigger Sentinel or no?
Bro, weed kills.
This is environmental damage. I don't think so. It's not like someone made an attack against him.
This is some like crazy propaganda against weed. Like this is like some whole like. This
If
is
you
some
do
like they
eat,
should
a shark will eat you.
they should show this in fucking Dare.
Do any of our crewmates have an action at all anyway?
None of you know anything about your crew right now, because Chip
Oh,
is
fuck.
inside, Gillian's in
There's
the
a
mouth.
huge blizzard. Yeah.
Jay's dead.
Gillian, it's muffled for you. Before the Electrodon would take its turn, everyone can sense its hunger, like its hungry, murderous, animalistic intent.
You feel that, Griffin?
And once again, you hear, la la, la la, la la, la la, la la, la la. It's muffled behind. There's this beautiful flute accompanying it now.
Queen?
And I'll let you guys know that when I rolled the d6 on what the filter of love targeted, the Electrodon became charmed by Queen.
Yes. Yes.
This is better
This
than
is a-
Endgame.
This is a very good. This is very good.
Accompanied by their beautiful song.
Yeah.
Mimicking the Jaws theme. The Electrodon stops.
Let me just clarify something. I want to make sure I fully understand the situation around me before I just do some shit. How close around me is the stomach lining? Could I reach it if I wanted to?
You could.
Okay. In front of me, the explosion that just took place, is there smoke billowing from it as intended?
Yeah, it rose to the top though. Smoke does happen after fire.
The bong is still present,
Yes.
but it is out of reach.
Unless you dashed, you couldn't get to the bong and the lining of the membrane of the stomach.
What kind of action would it take to climb?
Movement.
Just movement to climb out of the acid?
You'd probably have to roll like in athletics to see if you can actually get any holds on this slimy interior. You'd be climbing on the wall, the membrane of it.
Okay.
I think you have disadvantage on ability checks as well from the point of exhaustion.
Ooh. So I couldn't get out of the sludge, the slippery,
Not if you grab the bomb. You could still get to the wall with the bong. You just couldn't get out of the acid with it.
Okay.
Either way, man, this ends in rip.
I am going to the stomach lining. I am going to cast Burning Hands on the stomach lining, damaging it and hopefully making it a little easier to grab onto because it is all wet. If I can dry it out with my hot hands.
Burning Hands is a dex save, correct?
Yes.
Roll full damage.
That's just 14 damage. If anything, I just want to use it to get up and make it easier to climb.
You sludge on over and you cast Burning Hands and sear the side of its stomach lining. And you know from experience with the sword that once the flame hits the parts of the reaction is an explosion.
Oh, I thought it was the acid.
You also feel as soon as you sear it, there's this intense, almost desperate, blood-curdling groan that exits the Electrodon. How do you want to do this?
No fucking way! Really? 14 damage?
What? Okay, cool.
Well, fucking Gillian did like 100 some in one turn there.
You're not gonna get out of here by doing this, just so you know.
But he's dead, pretty much. It's just how do you want to do this thing? Okay, so, yeah. I mean, if it explodes, right? I grab the side of his fucking stomach and it explodes. And I go, shit. Because I'm fucking high, I guess, and I don't fucking understand things. I shoot. Can I do more things just for flavor? Because it's gonna fucking die anyway.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to shoot like a firebolt and explode out of this motherfucker.
Okay, so you guys burn hands, it explodes, you get sent flying back, and then you start hurling off these firebolts at the wall, and there's just these, 10s and 20s of these fiery explosions, and as it happens, the entire interior, this chamber, the whole entire Electrodon of Gillian, you can feel it now too as you're inside the mouth, it is beginning to tip over, and the acidic sort of liquid that's inside his stomach gets burst out of its mouth and sends both of you flying as the Electrodon is tipping over onto its, backside. At this point, though...
I did want to hand it off to Gillian if he wanted to do anything else. I wanted to, slow motion, move past him and then dap him up, really cool,
Okay, so you get sent flying out of the mouth.
I just wanted to grab you and pull you out.
But I dap you up and it's really slick.
It zooms in on the fucking the dap and your muscles just bulge.
Awesome.
I'm ripped now. Once again.
Well, let's see.
Give each other a knowing smile.
I guess I look into its mouth and I say, "Rip," and then I jump out of its mouth and it explodes into weed gas.
So as you two get blasted out of the Electrodon, you get one last glimpse of its gaze as it's flipping over. I need both of you and Queen are gonna make con saves.
Oh god, dude, what?
Queen's
well,
fine.
do they both
You're
get
within
plus
10 feet
4?
of each other, so
you guys both get plus 4. I got a natural 20.
19.
Cool?
28.
Plus 4.
All three of you succeed. You are still going to take some damage.
Okay.
You touch me, I'm dead, by the way. I'm gone.
If you pass and it halves damage, then
I'm outie. I'm outie like a belly button.
Actually, damage is on a success.
What?
Failure is much, much worse. It's all you in the rolled on Patreon.
Why did you throw this monster at us? It is so much more powerful than us. It swallowed me the first thing, and I almost died in the stomach. And
it also just does damage just because all the time, and there's no check against it. I just fucking got.
I'm starting to think that maybe we should have just hit it more off the bat, huh?
I did. I tried. And then you tried to make it teeny tiny and put a bong.
Listen, man. I thought it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
I'll tell you why on the roll.
Okay, you guys take 16 points of psychic damage.
Oh fuck!
Are you serious?
For real? Yeah, I'm for real.
Do you know how much health I have right now? Can I tell you?
No, I haven't looked.
Can I tell you right now?
Say it. Yeah.
You can.
17.
Do you know how much health I had, bro?
How much?
18.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh shit, man! Fuck!
1 and 2?
You know
That's
what?
insane.
I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. This is a last resort. If you fail the save by 5 or more, you drop to 0. It's a low DC, but if you failed it like natural 1, that was it. Anyways, crazy. But at this point, the Electrodon flops over to its backside and begins to sink. I guess it floats, it's buoyant, but it is dead and combat is over.
So I had to rely on a bunch of high people to remember to revive me.
Storm slowly, but not immediately, begins to clear, although the vision is still obscured at the moment.
Do we see Jay?
You can make a perception check. You
Yeah.
land on the broken part of the ship.
I have disadvantage on perception because I'm fucking high. Oh, I got a 7. Oh!
You see sort of a lump of 3 figures in the water, like stacked.
So I do see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The electric, like the lightning aura surrounding has dissipated.
How far away are they from the ship?
Far enough to where you could reach.
Okay. Then I'm gonna immediately
swimming?
jump in. Yeah, immediately jump in and start swimming towards them.
I'm laying there fried. I'm just fried. I'm just fucked up on the ship. I'm just there, or I'm in the water. I don't know where I am. I'm looking up at the sky. I'm fucked up.
The Jaws theme on the oboe finishes, but Griffin is still tapping his foot and whistling it.
Bruh.
You piece of shit.
I'm
never
just.
getting high again. I'm taking away privileges.
I know, right? I'm just swimming out to them to see what. I guess as I get closer, what is what's going on.
Okay. As soon as you get there, you swim up. They come into view. The fog is dissipating slowly, and you see floating in the water, Alphonse, not moving. On top of him is Ollie, who, I mean, it doesn't. You're not sure. He looks like he's breathing, but it's slowing. And on top of him, he's holding Jay outside of the water, and the 3 of them are just like coasting. Yeah, one on top of the other.
Okay. Here's what I do. I shout back towards the ship, and I say, "Ship, get them medical help!" And I want to, twin spell vortex warp, and warp Alphonse and Ollie right back onto the ship. I'll put my hands on them, and there's this sort of twisting vortex of energy, and then they are on the ship with him.
Did you catch Jay?
Yes, that's what I do, because I can only do that on 2 people, and then I catch Jay.
Okay. Do you have any immediate way to heal her? Because if not, she has to roll a death save.
I cast Aid as I'm out of lay on hands points. And I now realize that it can target 3 creatures, so that would have been really helpful to do. But I cast Aid, and Jay's, it says maximum and current hit points increased by 5. So I think Jay heals 5 hit points.
What I'm getting is that it's not a healing spell, but I think it.
I think it increases her, well, if it increases her current hit points by 5, wouldn't she gain 5 health?
I would say that, yeah, that she would come back to consciousness with that.
Okay, cool. I rolled a death save anyway, and I passed it, so.
Woo!
You come to Jay with Gillian sort of above you, and you feel that magical energy, but you have the 2 points of exhaustion still. And there's still that little bits of like, you feel very, very cold as that frost is still sort of, stuck to your skin.
Yeah, she probably is like conscious but barely like stifled breathing.
Let's get you out of the water. And I'm gonna just swim back to the ship and try and climb aboard with her.
So when when Alphonse and Ollie were warped over onto the ship, I would have probably tried to get up and go over to Ollie first. He's unconscious. He's like dying.
Can make a medicine check,
Okay.
but they both seem to be unconscious. Yeah.
Okay. I won't make a medicine check because I have a -1 and I don't want to fail something and fucking kill him.
Yeah. Well, in that case, they're both out. They're both limp. There are no lights in Alphonse's eyes.
Hey, Dre, shit.
We're back now?
You can make it back. Yeah. The back of your ship is broken.
We're probably gonna sink in like 30 seconds.
The bottom is you would assume filled with water. You can probably see it from here. You yell out to Dre. I don't think you can see him right now, but he's probably dealing with that.
I'm gonna just run over to Ollie and Alphonse, and I'm gonna cast Aid again, and they both get 5 HP. So I just put my hands on one of each of them, Wake up, friends.
You notice that as soon as you cast aid on both of them, Ollie's breath steadies, and then he takes a really deep one, coughs up some water, and he opens his eyes.
Oh, thank God. Hey.
And Alphonse is still unmoving.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What looks like is wrong with him?
It's hard for you to tell. It kind of looks like there's nothing powering his inner circuitry.
What would be a check? Okay, he's robotic, so obviously not medicine, but like, what kind of role could I do to try and figure this out as the resident tinkerer?
Jay, he's robot. What's wrong with him?
Just intelligence.
Healing didn't work.
Well, hit him again.
And yeah, an intelligence check.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with disadvantage. Is
Yeah, you are exhausted.
10.
Tell me what's wrong and I'll fix it, Jay.
With a 10, you've never built something as technical but powerful and as Alphonse is. You can tell that making something like this requires both, machine and arcane knowledge to the point where Alphonse has a soul in a sense that is magically tethered to some sort of core or the like in this machine. And you can tell at the moment that whatever that soul is, possibly because of the amount of electricity that surged into the machine, disconnected the tether to the soul.
And what I know if this is something that's possible to like rebind.
I mean, with the 10, you'd have to make that assumptions yourself, pretty much, I'd say.
So what's wrong with him?
Jay would just kind of like shakily kind of be observing him, like looking over the body, and then she'd look up towards Gillian and be like, I don't know. I don't know how to help him.
Well, he's a robot, right? So let's just put him back to the way he was. And I'm going to see if like a panel or like something I can like rip off.
Gil, I mean, this ship's going down. Is there something you can do about, keeping us afloat?
Well,
too?
yeah, but I if we stay afloat, he sinks.
Okay, well, I can try and figure something. What? Here.
I'll work on him. You figure out the floating thing.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I go figure out the floating thing.
You rush wobbly because your ship is off balance, and you get down to your deck below the main deck. You see that with his like feet and mouth at the same time with just like buckets, he's just trying to throw water back into the ocean, but because of the way it was almost severed at the back there with the Electrodon's bites, it's hard and it's impossible. But he's also got like barrels and stuff, and he's like barricaded, Finn's bathtub with your beds and stuff to keep it in the back corner next to the ladder that you come down, so you almost have to like jump over his bathtub. But he's kept him from falling out or anything like that.
I'll jump over and go and grab a bucket and help.
I just say you will make survival checks with advantage because you're getting help. This will slow the disaster and not prevent it.
So I have expertise in survival, so the lowest I can roll is a 17.
That's good. You gonna roll anyways?
I did. I rolled a 6 and an 8, but it's...
In that case, with 17, you and Dre keep it up as much as you can, although it is extremely tiring. And it's just a sort of loop together. He's like shouting out, or not really shouting out to you, but he's just kind of like grunting and trying to keep himself stable because he's still blazed.
I think we'd be pretty sobered up by now.
Yeah,
This would definitely be a sober.
I mean, his body is still under like the exhaustion effects. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So is there like a panel or anything?
Alphonse is wearing stuff, so you'd have to sort of like rip open the vest and the shirt and like inspect.
I do that. I'm just gonna cut it open.
There isn't an immediate obvious latch or panel that you can see to where you can like open it up, because it looks technologically more advanced than Gillian could comprehend.
Oh.
there is sort of like a central, almost like the suit of, boss, the boss and Bloss. Wait, did I say it wrong again? Fuck, it never goes away.
Never known. I've
Blossom
never
Boss.
known, man.
The
Yeah.
Blossom Boss, like the suit, there's that central core, albeit it's not as pronounced and it's much more sort of underneath different plates and stuff. So, but it is unlit.
Can I just put 2 fingers on it and try and use mending to restore it or repair it? It says it can physically repair a magic item or construct.
You can
So.
you can mend the cracks and like the damage on the physical surface, yes, but there's no reconnection to where Alphonse lights back up.
Jay, what'd you say caused this?
It looks like his soul's disconnected.
Well, then we gotta be fast. How do we charge him up again?
I don't know.
I am so fucking stupid. I look at the floating Electrodon.
Insane idea.
Is dead.
Yeah.
I described the current that was in the water dissipating so that you could swim to get Jay.
Yeah. Jay, you've got healing magic.
Yes.
Great. Come get me if this doesn't work. And I'm gonna grab him and I'm going to jump in the water and start swimming towards the Electrodon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna climb up on it, full fucking God of War style, fucking sword in the flesh, climb up to it, and I'm gonna get up to the fin that generated the electricity. I'm gonna look at Alphonse, kind of just the broken core. You just need to charge up, right, buddy? I don't know how electricity works. And then I'm going to grab his core with one hand and with my other hand stab the sword into the dorsal fin.
Okay. As you go, you reel the blade back. You hear in your mind Destiny Blade go, oh, fuck. You go to swing at the dorsal fin, and that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, fuck!
Ooh.
Right before I jack myself in.
That was awesome. Right?
That was really cool, yeah.
That was stressful. I'm
Bro
stressed
dead.
now.
Bro,
Fuck!
dead as
Dead.
fuck. Dead as fuck. Holy shit. Goddamn. We got fucked up.
Yeah, so
The
I thought
end,
that
Period.
Jay was gonna get hit by the lightning AoE thing again, and then also the cold AoE and just fucking die. So things kind of worked out okay for me.
I sat there and I thought, I was like, I can't let the filter of love not matter. Fuck that 10 minutes fucking
It's
thing.
been a fucking checklist
Right, I
down
was
for
so scared
long.
Ollie was dead, bro. I don't
Oh, that would have
know.
been fucking awful.
That was
Right as we're
I-
like bringing him home.
I rolled
know.
his death saves. He got a 14 and a 19, I think.
Oh,
And then you went
okay.
to cast aid, and so I was like, okay, he's all right. He definitely could have. Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna stop.
Please stop. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to give a quick thank you to our $50 patrons who support the show every single month, which is crazy. Such as Depression Made Me Buy This. I'm so sorry. The Game Hunter. Grizzly is the best EM. Bump Husking. Rosa the Red. Teeny Ghosts. Gem is Rad. Willustrator. It's C Fresh. Me Forever Mate. Skeltaboo. Stus J Dude. Sarazaku. Charlie Darling Songbird. Cody Duke. Bazozo. Loke Fieri. Cadus Betis. Epicris. You Will Rue the Day. Farmer Gamer. Lukers. Jonathan Bliak. Luke Rombu. Lemon Leviathan. Dapper. Mike Roch. Fuck, you got me. Shit. God damn it, you got me. Hollow-headed. A Moonbeast fan. Bree Lee. Daxy Boy. Vapor. O Kerberos. Flooful Blue. Buttflusting. Agar Steeljaw. Beans. The Big Grumpy Void. Jades 2604 or J AIDS. They have in parentheses lol J dash AIDS, so I guess it's J AIDS. Yeah, J AIDS 2604. You get some extra time today because apparently we fucked that up a lot. Joy Madness, Sweet Cacti, Baka 7, Cal's the Folded Pizza Zone, The Awesome Man, Fly Guy, IC Sharky, Man-Made Imp, Jordan Darlin, I'm in Your Walls, Red Sus Over Paradise, Mr. Nacho, Wild James, Kev Senpai, I Have Jedi'd, Now I Am Jeded, Mitchell Iverson, Mithril Gear 417, Boss Goat, Captain Lafayette, Grand Archer, Narwhal Shellfish, Records In, Crobittens, Deathclaw, Sandy 007, Apple, Blue Blimblop, Big Blue Bear Boy, Zerberus, Elvish Cyborg, Lord Ticklefish, my ring just went off, Spinyax, Buttery Toast, Gillian's Biggest Fan, Cornier Comet, Sorcerer Punk, Riker Kurotu, Nonzalotl, Funny Hats Incorporated, JRWI Enjoyer, and Jay Newell. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show month after month. It really means the world to us. It helps us keep the show going. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye.